In the footage you're about to see, police officers are heard saying that a migrant man is allowed to carry a knife in public because it's part of his culture. Yes, you heard that correctly. An exception being made for someone based purely on background rather than the law itself. Understandably, this has left many people asking, what's going on with policing and equality before the law? We'll dive into this story in today's video, but before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Right now, only 12% of viewers are subscribed, so join the community and help us grow. Let's be clear, this isn't about culture, it's about consistency. Carrying a knife in public is illegal for a reason. It's a public safety issue, and the law is supposed to apply equally to everyone, regardless of who they are or where they come from. If an ordinary British citizen was caught carrying a knife, there'd be no hesitation, they'd be arrested on the spot. But in this case, police officers appear to justify it as cultural, effectively excusing a clear breach of the law. This kind of double standard erodes public trust. It gives the impression that some people are above the law, while others are punished for far less. The police are there to uphold one set of rules for everyone, not to make exceptions based on background or belief. When that principle is ignored, it doesn't promote tolerance. It fuels division and resentment. The footage you're about to see has shocked people across the country because it raises one unavoidable question. If laws can be bent for one person, what's to stop them being ignored altogether?
Take it out. Take it out. Other side. Take it out.
Show him underneath your top, bro.
Underneath that, what's that? This, what's this, brother?
This it.
The gold one. The gold one.
This.
The gold one.
Lift up your top.
Look, the gold one there, look.
Camera.
Now lift up and show me what that is.
Get
Don't
out.
come any closer to me. Show me that. What's that?
Let's go.
A knife. Why are you carrying a knife?
Question here.
Why do you have a knife?
Question here.
You have a knife.
No English. Oh.
One thing walk around with a knife because it's your religion. So we all have to bow down to your religion, let them carry a knife around, our kids are unsafe, just so you feel alright with me. Kiss me arse, man, will you? And we're the ones to blame, it's our fault, like. We're the animals, man. Don't let them walk around with a knife, you know. How long do you live here, so? Yeah, exactly. How long do you live here? You know the rules. You can't walk around with knives, because if it was me...
You're the same religion.
Yeah, so do you carry knives?
Do you have a blade on you now?
I'm not practicing Sikhism.
Oh, you're not practicing it, but you carry the same religion. But you don't carry knives around, though. But he's allowed to carry knives around, though. Because if I carried a knife around, if that was my knife, if that was in my pocket, where would I be? People don't feel comfortable letting their kids play out on the road. We can't even let our kids walk around out on the road,
He
mate.
walks with the kid, man.
Bro, yeah, he walks with the kid. Your kid feels safe, but my kids don't feel safe, man. Because they have a foreign man walking around with a knife that speaks no English, you mad. Like I used, there's something wrong with your head, man.
Well, like, he's not going to harm anybody.
How much mean he's not going to harm anybody? He's carrying an illegal weapon around in his state. He's not going to harm you. See, use our logic, man.
Last 2 months,
Last 2 months, I'm living here since it opened, mate, yeah, and I haven't seen this fella once. So what are you talking about? Well, how it works, I'm saying, if that, like your colleague just said, if that was me with that blade, where would I be sitting now? In the back of that car, mate, you know, that's a fact, like.
Yeah, I understand that as well, but obviously just different cultures.
He's brown, so what do you mean there's different cultures, mate? That's ridiculous. Don't give me that, mate, come on. Please don't give me that.
Well, there's different cultures and religion. People have their religious beliefs.
So that means you're allowed to carry a blade around because it's a religious belief, man.
When you leave Ireland to go on holidays, you stop being. I'm assuming you're Catholic.
I'm 100% Christian.
Do you stop being a Christian when you leave the country?
No, but I don't carry blades around.
Yeah.
So that's the excuse I'm making for him, mate.
I'm not making an excuse for him, but obviously people have their religious beliefs. That is.
But there's the knife, you just have the knife. Is it going into an evidence bag? Is it, do you know what I mean?
We're here. Stop being
I understand.
smart.
Well, no one's being smart.
Yeah,
I'm not being,
what are you being fucking
God, I'm
smart?
not being smart with you. No, I'm not being smart with you. I haven't been smart with you once. Do you know what I mean? So.
Okay,
He obviously looked at me
but
as a threat.
you know what I do when someone approaches me with a knife?
Yeah, you clocked him a bunch.
No, you retreat.
That's what he did there. He was on the phone to me. He rolled up and caught me and I ran up.
What happened in Ireland is deeply concerning, but let's be honest, this kind of police bias isn't limited to one country. We've seen the same attitude creeping into the UK, where officers seem quick to enforce the law on ordinary British citizens, but hesitant to act when it involves someone from a different background. The law should never bend based on who you are or where you come from. Once that starts happening, public trust collapses. People expect and deserve equal treatment under the law, nothing more and nothing less. If police want to rebuild confidence, they need to apply the same standard to everyone, no exceptions, no excuses, and no double standards. In other news, an Afghan man has been arrested on suspicion of murder after one man was killed in a three-person stabbing in London. The Metropolitan Police confirmed the nationality of the man arrested for the stabbings in Uxbridge after sources on the force spoke out previously. The force arrested a man after 3 people were stabbed, one fatally on Monday, October 27. Police were called at 5 p.m. to Midhurst Gardens, Uxbridge, following reports that 3 people had been stabbed. A 49-year-old man was treated at the scene for stab wounds, but would sadly succumb to his injuries. A 45-year-old man and a 14-year-old boy were also treated at the scene for stab wounds before they were taken to hospital. The man's injuries were confirmed to be life-changing, but not life-threatening. The 14-year-olds were confirmed to be neither life-threatening nor life-changing. The deceased's next of kin have been informed and are currently being supported by specially trained officers. A 22-year-old man was arrested at the scene on suspicion of murder and attempted murder. He was also taken to the hospital as a precaution after officers subdued him with a taser. It was then determined that he was not injured and has now been taken into police custody. The police have now launched an investigation and urgent are now ongoing. Chief Superintendent Jill Horsfall said, "This was a shocking and senseless act of violence that has left 1 man dead and 2 others injured. Our thoughts are with the victim's family and friends at this unimaginably difficult time. The incident will have understandably caused concern to the local community. I have deployed multiple officers to the local area. They will be here throughout the week to provide reassurance while detectives work intensely to piece together the circumstances. I understand that there has been a lot of speculation online following on from this incident. We ask that you rely on us for information and that you do not share sensitive footage. If anyone saw or has any information about the incident, then please come forward to police. We appreciate any information that you may have. There will be a crime scene and a heavy police presence within the area over the next few days. I thank residents for their patience," she said. Speaking recently, eyewitness Paul O'Brien described seeing the unbelievable fatal stabbing on Midhurst Gardens. Speaking to GB News Home and Security Editor Mark White, Mr. O'Brien said, "I was coming back just from the local shops and I see some people running from this direction of the scene towards me in a bit of a panic. So I then come around to the road where I could just hear commotion, I could hear many sirens and just felt something was off." He added, 2 police cars sped down the road, jumped out, and then someone there was shouting at them to drop their weapon. The guy had his arms up, but he was walking backwards sort of towards me with his back towards me and didn't drop his weapon, Mr. O'Brien said. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you have not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.